If you delight in traveling and wine tasting, then we have a special opportunity for you. On February 26th from 8 to 10 at night, you can join in for a virtual wine tasting event with Rick Steves himself. That's right, we'll ship the wine to you, then Rick and a sommelier will host a Zoom event and entertain us with 2 hours of wine education in addition to a Q&A. Space is limited. Reserve your spot today at wfyi.org/live.
This is Small Studio Signal Boost from WFYI. I'm Melissa Davis, your host tonight, along with co-host Adam Cross. This evening, we'll listen back to some of our favorite Indiana releases of 2025. Stay tuned for tracks from the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band, Wishy, Otis Gibbs, Karate Guns and Tanning, Busman's Holiday, and more. That's an hour of music from Indiana-based artists here on Small Studio Signal Boost. Adam, I'd like to start this one off with a song from the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band, Hometown Heroes, internationally touring roots blues band. This is from their album that came out in 2025 called Honeysuckle, and this is the title track, Honeysuckle, from the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band, here on Small Studio Signal Boost.
Control her, soon her, control rain. I would rather rest with a coming train. Less a man might be drove insane, but I'm man enough.
That was the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band with Honeysuckle from their album released last year. And the band has a show this spring, Saturday, May 23rd at the Hi-Fi in Indianapolis. Keep an eye out for that. Adam, what do you have next?
Well, I also have a song called Honeysuckle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, how about that? This is from Bloomington band Prairie Scout. I really love this one. It's a rocker.
Tastes like honeysuckle when I get it right. A worm goes through the heat, crawls down my spinal cord, and gives me one more.
That was Bloomington band Prairie Scout with the track Honeysuckle. You're tuned to Small Studio Signal Boost, and we're listening back to some of our favorite Indiana releases from 2025. Melissa, what do you have up next?
Yeah, I was happy in 2025 to discover a really great singer-songwriter, Laura K. Balke. This is called Remind You, here on Small Studio Signal Boost.
There's no time to waste. Our feet are sliding on into the grave, and I was gonna remind you. Congratulations, you.
That was Indianapolis-based Laura K. Balke with Remind You. And Adam, you've had Laura on the show before.
Yeah, so back in 2024, Laura did a honky-tonk country album called Laura K. and the Bootleggers, and it was great. And she came on and talked about that, and highly recommend you check out that interview on the Small Studio Signal Boost podcast, which you can get most places you get your podcasts or on our website at WFYI.org. And check out that album. It's great. I like all of her music, but it was cool to see her put on a country persona after doing folky, rocky stuff for a long time.
She's so good. I hadn't heard of her before, outside of our show. So, yeah, what a great artist. Well, I have another one from another great artist. This is Indiana-based Jamie Nicole with Break for You. This single was released in February 2025.
I'll take the blame if you won't. You changed your mind and I could feel it. You crossed a line and I could see it. I never knew. I guess it's
Melissa, we have quite a few roots Americana kind of acts out of Indianapolis that are internationally renowned.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, we talked about Reverend Peyton earlier. Otis Gibbs is another one of those. You know, he's toured all over Europe, really popular overseas and at home. He put out an album this year called The Trust of Crows. I want to play one off of that called East Side.
By making career decisions along the way, there's always something happening on the east side. There's always something going down on the east side.
There's always something going down on the east side.
Ain't it the truth?
It really is. That's Otis Gibbs. You're tuned to Small Studio Signal Boost. If you'd like to submit your music to be played on the show, just go to wfyi.org/local-frequency. Coming up after the break, we'll have more favorites of 2025. Stay tuned. This is Small Studio Signal Boost. You can find some of the music featured tonight by following our playlists. Just search for WFYI Music on Spotify. I'm Melissa Davis here with Adam Gross, and we have more favorites of 2025 to share. Adam, this was one of my favorite albums of 2025, Crisis Genre, from one of the best band names I've ever heard of, Karate Guns and Tanning.
Yeah.
They're so good. We had this band in for a small studio a few years ago, and they played this song. It sounds really good. Let's hear Glassy from Crisis Genre and Karate Guns and Tanning here on Small Studio Signal Boost.
You're tuned to Small Studio Signal Boost. The next two I have are from two bands that are doing super well locally and also really well nationally, Wishy and Peyton the Pissers. Both who've been on the show before. They're making waves all over. I'll start with the track Overflow by Peyton the Pissers and follow that up with Over and Over by Wishy.
Sailing down the same street, cannot focus anything. More I learn, the less I know. Catastrophic overflow. The more I feel I'm in the plan, avoid approach that comprehend. Guidance from a suspect source, leaning into what I adore. This side of Eden's a ghost town, but it gets so busy at this hour.
That was Indianapolis band Wishy with Over and Over. Melissa, I have one more song in this segment, if that's all right.
It's fine with me.
Okay, cool. This is definitely one of my favorites of 2025. I think I've had it stuck in my head since the summer. It might turn into a favorite of 2026. I don't know. It's a really sweet song, and it just reminds me of just hanging out with my dog. It's Bloomington's Busman's Holiday with I Don't Need Anything.
I don't need anything, got love and comforting. I don't need anything but to be here with my pal. I don't need anything, got love and comforting. I don't need anything.
This is Small Studio Signal Boost. Thanks for listening tonight. You can find the podcast edition of the show most places you get your podcasts or at wfyi.org/podcasts. I'm Melissa Davis, joined by Adam Gross, and we are listening to favorites from 2025. Now, Adam, I kind of went chronologically, completely went chronologically. I completely went chronologically. I started in January, so now I'm at about April. Another big favorite of 2025, one of my favorite bands, Wife Patrol, Indianapolis-based Wife Patrol. Oh, they're so good. They put an album called No Place in April, and this is one of the tracks from that album. Let's listen to How to Lose from Wife Patrol here on Small Studio Signal Boost.
I don't know how to lose, no matter what I do, and I won't apologize for always being right. I'm stepping on necks, and I'm cashing more checks. Too bad.
That was Wife Patrol from their 2025 album No Place and the song How to Lose. And Adam, we had Wife Patrol in the studio in 2025. They came back after 10 years of their small studio session.
Yeah, they performed a few songs from No Place. It was great. You can watch video of that on the WFYI YouTube channel. You can also listen to the songs on the Small Studio Signal Boost podcast. Highly recommend it. The album's awesome, but it's really cool to see bands perform, different versions, stripped down versions of these songs live.
Yeah, great band. They're a favorite for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have one more tonight. A band from Indianapolis with David Barajas and other members from the indie music scene. This is State. The band was together in, I'd say, the early aughts, broke up for a while, and were back together to record this EP. The EP is called Broken Glass, and this song is Gasoline from State, here on Small Studio Signal Boost.
I don't know if you notice me. I'm a psycho in your mouth. Gotta bleed just to make believe. Another lick to wash you down.
That was Indianapolis-based State with Gasoline from their EP Broken Glass, released in 2025. And Adam, do you have another Small Studio alumni to play?
You must be looking ahead in the script, Melissa.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
I do. I have a song featuring Kendall, who did a Small Studio session years ago, but at the time she was going by American. This track is from Dead Silence, who I love. I know you like him too.
Mm-hmm.
This dude just knows how to create a vibe. It's such vibey music. It's Dead Silence with Link featuring Kendall.
Hey, I hit you up and you know that I'm on my way. You know I'm busy, I got you all I can say. Did I be moving and grooving? Yeah, I don't play. This every day. I think you feeling me. I got that remedy.
That was Dead Silence with Link featuring Kendall. Up next, I have one from Tester Caldwell. This is a super group of sorts. It's Mark Tester and Landon Caldwell, both Indianapolis mainstays in their own right, but they have a group together, Tester Caldwell, and they released an album this year called Homes. This is from Matt. It's Tester Caldwell with A Catalog of Seeds.
You've been listening to Small Studio Signal Boost from WFYI, and we've been playing some of our favorites from 2025. In the next few weeks, you'll hear more favorites of 2025. Adam, as we were putting the show together, you realized that you had so much music to go. Like, maybe we should do 3 shows.
Yeah, I was like, oh, one will suffice. And then I just was scrolling. I was just scrolling through the Spotify playlist like, oh my God, really? Like 2025 doesn't end. It just kept going and going and going. I mean, you were doing chronological and you only got to like April, right?
I know, I'm only in April.
Yeah,
yes,
we've got the rest of the year to go,
we got
folks.
a lot to go. Good stuff, too. And that's the latest in Indiana music. Be sure to follow your favorite artist on social media for updates and info. This is Small Studio Signal Boost. Adam Gross and Roxana Caldwell created our show. This episode was produced by Adam Gross and me, Melissa Davis. You can check out the podcast edition of the show most places you get your podcasts or at WFYI.org. Thanks for listening tonight, and thanks for your continued support of public media. You can join in membership anytime at WFYI.org/give or at WBAA.org/give. And Adam, we are at our last song of the night. What do you have?
Well, this was a Small Studio Sessions alumni rich show, so I figured I might as well close with a Small Studio Sessions alum. This is Monica Herzig with The Hill Country. Have a great night and happy 2026.
Oh.